gotta hit the ground. Ain't no chain gonna hold me down. Dig, feel the burn. I've got a calling, so watch and learn. I heard a voice of his broken hymn saying, "None that this is who I am." I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets all I need. We're going higher and higher, higher and higher. Oh, keep running. Oh, keep running.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Lions going up against the Raiders.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Oakland Raiders. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, it might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his time.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. They'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 22.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Again with Kamara. Oh, he got some breathing room. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
throw right side here, complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he's got room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
It's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
And avoids the contact by sliding. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down. It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing. And for some teams, it's a change in tempo. Usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel and sub packages, don't they?
Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moss. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Forced out to his left. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders get a score closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange.
Touchdown, Detroit! A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Broncos have taken the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They're going to look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. How about that? Their quarterback with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And he knocks it through. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Raiders on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
And an update from a game going on out in Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead, and we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down following the run.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They start the second half with Kamara. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Again, it's Kamara. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 49. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll look to throw here on first down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Set. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now back to throw. And he'll be out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with the keeper. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. Going deep for Hopkins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Escaping the pressure right. And the Detroit Lions hit pay dirt. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Edwards in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moss. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles. I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Boy, it's the same old song, isn't it? And right now, this one doesn't sound too sweet. They've been thoroughly outclassed so far. And there's another tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that's something that we've said quite a bit in this game. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Time running out here on the play clock. Flushed out right. He can run for it. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Leopard.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Daniil Hunter. A able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And the 49ers have scored to swing back in front. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully.
And look out, I think he's going to go. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play for the Raiders on 3rd down. 49 yards on the ground. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.